Bro, how are you doing, man? How you feeling, man? I'm always concerned about you.
Yeah, I was in terrible shape. This is the worst year that I've ever been in. What do you call it? Let me turn this off. I had it on for Durbin just to piss him off. But okay, now it's me off. So yeah, this was a great year for me professionally,
right?
But health wise, it was the worst year of my life. Like there were 2 times this year where I honestly thought, just being very honest, and I don't really talk too much about myself. Where I was gonna end the year alive. I was very weak, in really bad shape, despondent, sad, skinny. I lost 70 pounds, just in really bad shape. And I'll tell you what saved me, bro. The dialysis. I didn't want to do it because this is my second kidney replacement, and a lot of people think, oh, steroids. Well, if it's steroids, why don't more people have kidney problems? What actually happened is I was in an extreme match in Tijuana, and a ladder came all the way from the top, and I was looking the other way, and it landed, and it broke my kidney, and I didn't even know it because I just thought it was the normal pain. It's like not too long ago, I did an angle in AEW with the FTR guys. And they gave me like this pile driver, and I never had time to like go because I got there late, and then next thing we were like second on, and next thing you knew, we were in the trailer and we were going to the ring. So they never really showed me how to do the pile driver.
Right.
So it's like this weird, different pile driver I'd never taken, and when I hit, I went like, holy! I felt that, and then for like months and months, Vince, I was having problems with my back, with my traps, with my ribs, and I just thought it was a pinched nerve. And when I finally went to the doctor, they were like, no, you have a dislocated shoulder and a cracked rib. Bro, that hurt like the same thing with the kidney. When I bursted it, I didn't go when it burst or whatever, I didn't go to the hospital because, Mr. Macho here. And then finally when I had kidney problems, they were like, bro, your kidney's so like dehydrated, we don't even know what to tell you, but anyways, so the first time I went to get dialysis, bro, was one of the worst experiences of my life. And I said, there's no way I'll ever do this again. And then not too long ago, I was in really bad shape. And the doctor said, in 1 month, your internal organs are going to start shutting down. So it's up to you. You want to do dialysis or not? And I was like, and then I started it, bro. It's been incredible. It's been incredible experience. And like they clean your blood, and like I didn't have like iron. That's why I was so weak.
Yeah.
And like they put iron into your body, and they put phosphorus into all the elements that your body isn't producing or filtering anymore. The dialysis machine does it for you.
So what's the bad thing about it, Konnan? Is it painful?
It was just terrible. Yeah, it's painful. But not only that, bro, the first time I went, I was 40 years old, and I kid you not, it's this big room, and there's like 50 in there, and they're all like over 80 years old, and they're like half dead, and it just smells like death in that.
Vince,
it's not good for your psyche. It's not good for your psyche, bro.
Yeah.
Vince, have you ever visited anybody on chemotherapy?
I have not. No.
Okay, no. Well, it's kind of like that where people have the thing hooked up to their arm. They're all lined up, and like Konnan said, it can just be not a great environment, not a happy environment.
That sucks.
So
now is this an ongoing thing, bro?
Yeah, it's an ongoing thing till I get a kidney donor, and I actually have 7 people from the show. And believe it or not, bro, this is beautiful. You know who offered me their kidney?
Who's that?
Dominic.
Oh, wow. That's
and Aaliyah,
crazy.
both.
That's
wow.
Yeah, but anyways.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I love that kid. But anyway, so, I'm just waiting for a kidney donor. And once I get a new kidney, I'm good to go. I'll be my old grumpy self.
Hey, bro, let me ask you about Dominic.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what I don't like?
Yeah, go ahead.
And it's not on Dominic.
That's why you're going to love this show, because we don't run away from anything.
Yeah, that's
my
bro,
godson. And when
not,
he up,
no, bro. It's not on Dominic. It's the booking of Dominic.
Right.
This is what I don't like, the way they're booking him.
Right.
I don't think Dominic should be a heel. I think Dominic should be that young stud. Bro, he's got a chip on his shoulder for what he did to his old man. He's got the muscle. He's got the girl. This guy doesn't think his stinks. He not only believes he's the second coming of Eddie Guerrero, he actually believes he's better than Eddie Guerrero. And this kid's got such a chip on his shoulder that you want to see him get the ever-loving kicked out of him. When this guy's backing off of girls and play, I'm like, I think they're booking him all wrong, bro. I think he should be the young kid stud that everybody wants to see get their ass kicked.
Right. So this is what I would say to that. That's a very valid point. And we kind of have a guy Austin Theory kind of is doing that right now. But, Scott Hall used to say this all the time. It was one of my favorite sayings, and he's right. There's more than one right way. Mm-hmm. So I think your way works, and I think their way works. He's getting more heat than anybody on that show, and he's still a rookie. He still doesn't even know what he's doing. Wait till he learns, Vince. He doesn't have that timing that you get with bro. There's no substitute for experience. Right. There just isn't. I don't give a fuck how charismatic you are or how cool or how prodigious you are. There just is no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so like even when you first, how long has your show been on the air?
Oh God, bro, like 9 years now.
9 years. Okay. Bro, compare what you know now to what you knew in your first year.
Oh, no,
you knew nothing. You knew nothing, just like me. We knew, bro, today we're veterans. We know how to run this. But I think, I like what they're doing because, first of all, he needed to get away from his dad because it was like a training wheel thing, and he'd already leached off of that. And this is great, bro. This is great for him. Personal growth without Ray. Ray's on one brand, he's on the other, and they threw him into deep waters, swim. And he's doing a good job. But you have a valid point. That's a good storyline. But I think what WWE is doing is good too.
Well, you know what it is, bro? I'll be honest with you, Konnan. I've got no confidence in their booking whatsoever.
Well, it's gotten better, bro. You've got to admit that.
If it has, I don't see it.
Come on, compared to like 3 or 4 years ago,
I don't.
Bro, it was unwatchable. I mean, the word unwatchable. Look it up, okay? I can watch the show now. Yeah. I hate the commercials, but it's a lot better. They took away all the goofball. And they were having a lot of good. What they're doing now is they're having a lot of good. All the wrestling matches are good, and they got good workers. Riddle, even though the New Day, Usos, Roman, like everybody's a good worker. The only bad workers is like Almas, but right. But like the Viking Raiders can go, Legado del Fantasma can go, Dollar Store or whatever, the guy that did the tope, he can't go. But almost everybody.
It's funny because all the guys you're mentioning are on SmackDown, and I only watch Raw.
Right. Well, SmackDown's great because the best storyline in wrestling is the Bloodline. Yeah. Bro, that's an intricate, nuance, something you would like. It's kind of like you're writing, and probably Paul Lee. That looks and sounds. I don't think anybody there could write except Paul Lee.
Right.
But it reminds me of the old school you and Eddie Bear Ferrara writing from WWE. Very detailed, very nuanced, layered. But you know what I'm saying today. You just see so much done in 2 weeks with no reason, and you don't even know what's going on. They don't have vignettes setting it up. The banter is not organic. The beatdowns look like wrestling moves instead of a street fight. There's so many things that are wrong, but you can't tell these guys because we're trying to stay relevant. You're bitter. You had your day in the sun. That's why they have a manager on every team, because he has experience, and the youngsters learn from them. Sit under the learning tree and learn instead of thinking you know everything. And so when you use that as an example, Konnan, are you noticing that baseball is going more and more back to the old school? Boatsy just got a job. That's it ain't broken. Why fix it?
That's right. That's knowledge, bro. There's nothing like knowledge and wisdom, man.
Yeah,
that's why I love your comments. I was reading your AEW comments the other day about the video games in the locker room when you've got decades and decades of legends and wisdom.
Can you imagine?
Knowledge.
Can you imagine? Think of a name. I'm going to think of a name. Okay, I'm just going to throw out there Harley Race or Bruce Brody. Okay, that's my name. See if Disco or Joe wants to throw in. Can you imagine if Bruiser Brody, fill in the blank, or Harley Race walked into a dressing room and there were kids in there playing video games?
Or Undertaker.
You asking me?
You too.
Yeah, anybody that's got a name.
Well, they probably they're different era, but I remember back in WCW, or TNA, AJ used to play Booker in
that's what kind of started.
Right. Yeah. But most of the guys would play in their rooms after the shows. Yeah. Like not a lot of guys really played it.
No, now
at the show, but like,
not the shows. everybody's playing video games.
Yeah,
and they have video game tournaments. Yeah, right. But it's a different era. But I'm just saying how funny it would be if one of those guys that is old school, drunk, going to strip clubs, and some kids playing a video game, they'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing, bro? Drop a pair, come out, get a brew, and get some with me." That's the way it used to be. Now they're all nerds, so they're all playing video games and looking at the phone and sending each other messages when they're right in front of each other, and they just snicker because they're both sharing a moment on the phone. Nobody talks. It's just a different era, and you just have to learn to adjust to it.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you have no choice, Vince. You either adjust or you get left behind.
Right.
That's all there is to it.
Vince, how is the feud between you and Jeff been going?
Bro, I don't have this.
Are you feuding with Jeff?
There's no feud.
Well, they're doing
feud with me, bro. There's no feud, bro.
Could it be a work?
Let me finish. Konnan, they're doing the thing where they're feuding on the podcasts,
like Flair and Bischoff.
Yeah, like Flair and Bischoff.
Yes,
bro, what do you think about that Flair and Bischoff thing? You think that's a work or a shoot?
I didn't see it. What is it?
I definitely think that's a work.
Konnan, they're just burying each other back and forth on their podcasts, and Conrad's on both shows, so
it's got to be a work.
Yeah. Conrad's
behind it. The old Jolly, the Alabama.
He's booking ad-free shows angle.
He knows Conrad knows what he's doing. It took me a little while to learn that.
Yeah,
but he definitely knows.
He's a sharp guy, bro. He's a real sharp guy. I love that guy,
bro.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Jeff said, I saw a quote from Jeff. Jeff said that you have serious mental health issues.
Serious mental health issues.
And I agree with that if you listen to the way you mispronounce the words and stuff.
Okay, well, I'm glad. Yeah, I do. Yes. Well, good. Just so you know, I do have serious health issues.
You cry a lot.
What borough are you from?
Sad, you cry.
What do you mean I cry?
Sometimes you see when you watch shows, you see you.
Oh yeah, I do. I cry sometimes when I watch shows.
What borough are you from?
I'm a Long Island kid.
So when you mispronounce shit, just say that's my Long Island accent.
Yeah, that's
you get away with anything. Yeah,
that's all it is. Konnan, right. I made the statement. Listen, here's what it was, and it wasn't real. This is no way, shape, or form a shot at Jeff. This is the way I, Vince Russo, feel, and right. I didn't.
And let me give a backstory. Vince and Jeff for many years worked together.
Yes.
We're best friends. And Vince pushed it out of Jeff.
Well, Konnan, the one thing that was really more important to me that really superseded that more than anything else, bro, I was there when his wife Jill died every step of the way, bro. Every step of the way. I went back to TNA after I left just to help him because I knew Jill was dying. Right. I was in Nashville when she died in the middle of the night. He called me. I rushed over there. It was very, very deep. And I never shared that kind of experience with any wrestler I ever worked with.
Right.
Okay. Konnan, it's this simple. When I left TNA in January of 2012, it's going to be 13 years. That's when I left mainstream wrestling. Okay?
Right.
I never heard it. I haven't got one phone call from him in the last 11 years. So there
wasn't an argument prior to that?
No phone call, nothing. No, basically, here's what it was. It's the typical wrestler. When I was no longer in a position to help him in his career, I never heard from him again.
Right.
It's that simple. So I basically just made the statement that the second I left TNA, I never heard from this guy again. And as far as I'm concerned, he was never a friend. He used me when I was in a position to help him and help his career. And the second I was no longer in that position, he was done with me. And that's a fact. I mean that's not me.
Oh, that's where he
that
said.
up.
That's a statement you made where
That's
he said that you have mental health issues.
Yes, that's the way I feel.
Is that all he said, Joe?
That's all that I saw. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean, my God, bro. 2 days ago, I was talking to Ronnie and Donnie Harris.
Right.
I've been talking to this schlep non-stop since I met him. You and I still talk. Bro, 11 years, bro. Not one phone call. Come on,
I
man.
didn't know that, bro. I thought
stupid.
you guys were like in contact and talked.
No, nothing. Zero, bro. The minute I left that company, I never.
Wow,
heard
that's
from the
weird.
dude. Yeah, well,
that's very weird because you guys were tight.
very tight, and that's all that I said, bro. And he just, and because I made that statement, I've got severe mental illness. Okay, all right, cool.
Well, yeah, I hadn't seen that. So
You could have a mental illness though. You could have a mental illness because I'm reading here, Vince. The definition of imbecile means you have an IQ between 25 and 50. So that could be a mental health issue.
You see what I mean? You see what I mean?
I deal with the
There's
same
been people
guy.
that have said that you're an imbecile.
That's IQ shaming.
You see what I mean?
Jeez,
Joe, you see
Vince,
what I mean? with this?
Oh, I know.
Where are you
do?
spending
Okay.
your Christmas and who are you spending your Christmas with?
Yeah, no, Conan, I swear that the thing with me that sucked more than anything in my life, in my entire life, bro. Like I tried so hard to keep my family in one location,
Right.
and my kids are in 3 different locations.
Right.
My father's in a different location.
Where are they? Will's in Marietta.
Will's in Atlanta. VJ is still here in Colorado. My daughter Annie lives in Brooklyn. But
Wait a minute, she turned into a big snowflake too, right?
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
For those of you that don't know, Will is a 16-year-old kid I smoked pot with an impact. And
Conan,
Russo
you want to
found
know
out years later. Yeah.
Bro, you want to know the funny thing, Conan?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
He freaking loves disco.
Right.
I gotta give him free links every time Disco show comes out, so he could run and listen to the Disco show.
Your kid doesn't want to pay you the $5 for the show?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Yeah.
That's
No. So I've got 2 out of my 3 kids here.
You're in Colorado.
What does your daughter do? What does your daughter do?
She works for a advertising marketing ad agency. Yeah, bro. She's got a pretty cush job in New York. Yeah,
What type of grades did she get in school?
She was good, bro. She was really good. Like, bro, the other day she sends me this picture, and it was like, oh, by the way, like she doesn't tell me of anything that goes on with her life or anything, but you'll get a kick out of this. Where is it?
Are you living in Colorado Springs?
No, I'm living in I live about 20 minutes outside of Denver. I wish I'm trying to look for this picture because you guys would get a kick out of it, but
Be a hell of a deal.
yeah, where is it? I can't find it now. But yeah, she sends me this picture the other day. She's doing a commercial with David Spade, and she's sitting there rapping with David Spade.
That's cool.
Really?
Yeah. So she does like all these high-end commercials, bro. She writes them, she produces them. She's doing really well for herself.
All right. So where you spend your Christmas in Colorado?
Right here in Colorado, bro. As a matter of fact, it's as we speak, Conan, it's about negative 15 degrees in Colorado right now.
Yeah, it's about 60 degrees here. So let me just tell you this, Vince. I want to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year if we don't talk before.
Thank you.
Continued success. You're one of the pioneers of this podcasting thing. And you also gave me a great tip once when you told me to do that follow me thing on.
Yeah.
Bro, I got so much followers out of that. I had to quit doing it because I was like 2 weeks answering everybody back. You have to answer them.
Pain in the ass, but it's worth it, right?
It is worth it.
Yeah.
But that was a great tip. And plus, you also motivated me because when I first started, I was one of the first guys that started this when MLW started like 12 years ago. Okay. So, but when I first started, the main thing I wanted to do is make sure that I talked about other stuff besides wrestling.
Yeah.
So we were the first guys to do that for sure.
Yeah.
But I remember talking to you one day, and this was maybe 2 years ago, and you told me how much you were making. And I was like, holy, this this is the type of money you could actually make. So why is Vince making more money than me? And really the reason is because you were dedicating more time to your podcast.
That's it,
We
bro.
were only dedicating like 2 hours show and we were out.
Yeah, no, that's it, man. You guys know now. You know the model. Absolutely, bro.
And when you're interactive and you going back and forth with the fans and you give them more content, they'll react.
Absolutely.
And bro, we're doing our best numbers ever.
You know what? I've grown into a business master too, which has helped the show a great deal.
Bro, you know what it is? Everybody respects hard work, man. That's it. When they know you're working hard, bro, they respect you, man. That's it.
Yeah, and if you have credibility, which we have a lot of credibility, so do you with your fan base, you know?
Yeah.
And they believe in what you're saying. But anyways, I just want to wish you a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year to you and your family. Hope you have a good time.
Yep, you too, bro. You too, Konnan. And I thank you guys for having me on, man. It's always a treat when I get to talk to you guys. Thanks a lot, man.
Don't be a stranger. You're a friend of the show.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much,
Merry Christmas.
All right,
Christmas.
be good, my friend.
Bye.
Peace.
Yo, what up? This is Konnan, and I host Keeping It 100, my co-host, Disco Inferno, unfortunately.
Well, I'd say you're my co-host.
Listen, every Thursday here on Spreaker, we talk pro wrestling, sports, movies, music, TV, pop culture, and some politics. It's everything the rest of the pro wrestling podcasts are not.
Tune in to hear myself, the superior one, educate and inform.
Tune in to hear me bury Disco.
That's very disrespectful.
Join us every Thursday on Spreaker and keep it 100. Boom!